Oh, here's Arthur Guy. I think he's probably off by one on this. Hello, Arthur.
Hi.
Howdy.
We're just about finished.
Yeah, I apologize. I got my wires totally crossed today, thoroughly crossed. But I decided to come on anyway because Patrick.
Hello, Arthur. Yes,
Say hello to Patrick. You're being recorded anyway.
Yeah, I mean we had a lot of communication with one another a long time ago, but only per email.
By email, yeah. Indeed we did.
So can we give Patrick and Daly, Patrick and Arthur a round of applause?
Well, you're too kind.
It's now 7:30, so anybody can leave if they want to now, and it wouldn't be rude.
Yeah, I'm afraid I do have to leave.
For that. And anybody can stay, is welcome to stay. Last week we stayed until nearly midnight, at least where I was. And Nelson was probably a bit surprised to find that there were recordings from last week when nothing happened when he was there. So that's what's happened. So Kelly and Ranhart have gone, and I assume that the rest of us want to stay a little bit longer. We've still got the camera on.
Well, I'm afraid I do have to go now.
Okay.
So,
you want to pass the Arthur?
I'm sorry. Patrick, I owe you an apology, but I'm not sure you'll see it that way. Because I worked with NatBib, but unfortunately, that work kind of, it went haywire. And I'm now at a place where RevTech has been using the compiled NatBib, but I can't reconcile it with any source that I have. Whenever I compile the source, I come up with a different NatBib. So
I haven't changed it in 10 years or so.
You had this fine system, and I forked to get the American Physical Society stuff to work.
Yeah.
And then it's this terrible situation where my source does not agree with the generated code. I'm very chagrined to say that.
I suppose you should be. As I mentioned about an hour ago, long before you came on here, that you started fiddling around with my Merlin to add all sorts of things for it. It was all very good for physical review, but it played havoc with all the other things that all the other interactions that were possible with it. So I had to go over and fix it all up.
And you did.
And I did, yes, of course, I did. And the end result was a good product, yes.
Yeah. I kept saying NatBib, but it's really Merlin that I was talking about.
Well, that's even more complicated.
Merlin was very challenging, and I was given a laundry list of things that I had to do. Anyway, so that's old history. I'm glad we're still on speaking terms.
At this tug meeting in 2003, I gave a talk on Merlin and on custom bib, and I ended up by saying, "This is what all the things it had to do, this and this and this and this and that," which seemed like an incredible amount. And because I was, of course, running out of time, so I'm not going to explain. I don't have the time to explain how I actually managed to do all this. It would take hours. I just have to say it's magic. And then I had a picture of Merlin.
It's very impressive. its breadth.
I also made some comment that I thought I should get a Nobel Prize for it or something like that. Nobody took me up on that. That's
I mean,
okay.
I've known it existed ever since I've been using LaTeX, but just about a year ago was the first time I actually used it to generate a style file. And, you know, it took just a few minutes. It's really easy to use. And yeah.
Yeah.
Huge amount of work.
And the nice thing is when you go through all this menu stuff, it keeps a protocol of all your selections.
Yeah.
So when you're finished with it and you realize you want to do the whole thing again, but make one little change, well, you just go into this protocol file and make that change and run it. Yeah. That was also a great idea of mine.
Well, I admit its power. That's just terrific. And I kept records of those files, the ones that you know Merlin reads.
The DBJ files.
Yeah, terrific stuff. So, you know, whenever we talk about these things, there's this elephant in the room, BibTeX. And Oren Patashnik, the last time I talked to him was close on to 30 years ago, and he said, "Oh yeah, I must get back to changing that," and I think it hasn't changed.
I talked to him there in 2003, and he was saying, "Yeah, I'm going to get BibTeX 1.0 out pretty soon."
Is he still alive?
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I've talked to him more recently, and he certainly does have plans for 1.0, but as Arthur says, it's been 3 decades or more.
I'm going to make a suggestion or an advertisement, which is that here we're at beginners, or if you like, beginnings. Next week is accessibility. The following week is conversions. And why don't we do another session on bibliographies 2 weeks from now on conversions? I'd like to present a little bit about some of the modern tools and what's going on elsewhere, particularly outside the scientific area.
Cool.
So that's an advertisement for 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks less 1 hour from now.
Okay.
I'm really delighted that you've come, Patrick, and that you've been so open with sharing with us.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, I don't know if I can do this often, but
once is enough. We've got you on record.
I'm recorded. Okay. I'm going to have to leave now.
Thanks for coming.
Other arrangements. Okay. Bye-bye. It's been great talking to you guys.
Thanks.